Welcome to a special place. Meet me, your therapist, and I'm going to provide information for new therapy services for you and your baby's special education needs. My name is Elizabeth Barkley, and I have been assigned as your teamwork therapist. We are connected through a referral that you received from the regional center, as well as our teamwork therapy team. Our centers are available throughout California, and we provide the best in speech, occupational, physical, educational services for you and your baby. Babies are welcome in our little world, and they're full of joy when they're healthy and strong. Babies grow in stages, especially for children with special needs. Special techniques are required to make sure babies can communicate to learn. Special practices are required for a baby to develop and have safe behaviors as they grow, where you know how to protect them and they understand the boundaries of living in a natural world with others. Special techniques are required so that your baby can get ready for school. As we have teamed up to support you, the Regional Center, Teamwork Therapy, and I myself, your therapist, this is a required referral for you and your baby. You may have not known about it, or you went and yourself applied, or your doctor could have referred your baby to the Regional Center for support. Whoever did it, we are a team to support you and your baby and your family. So, learning about education for your baby is very important. And I offer a systematic way for you to learn how to take care of your baby. This is very important from the time the baby is born throughout the life stage of children with disabilities. It is critical that we train you in a way that will make sense and help you be able to take care of your baby in your home, while you go to work, or even in the general public. Special education children require a lot of love, a lot of attention, but most of all, a lot of techniques that you need to make sure you are using to raise them well. Infants grow in stages, and as I work with you, I'm going to be talking about what these stages are, what you can expect, and what to do when you recognize that the baby is not growing and meeting their milestones as they grow. There may be specific, particular things about children. Some children may grow a little slower than others, and other children can accelerate and be at different stages than their natural age. These are things that we'll explore together in our sessions, and where you'll be able to get that information and get educated about your baby. When your infant becomes diagnosed with special needs, you need to be aware that these your baby and babies who have special needs are protected under the law, and there are rules and guidelines for also how to make sure the baby is thriving and growing and being prepared, so that once they're placed either in private public school, you will know what to do and that they will be able to be accepted and enrolled in those schools without any issues. Early learning, early education, and starting early to diagnose and recognize when the baby is not growing is very important for their future placement in the education system, where they will get their years of school ahead. And you want to give your baby a strong start so that you can have a very, very well planned out time to deal with issues that will come up as your baby learns to interact with you, your family, and with others in the society. There are very special rules that protect children, and you'll become aware of them as you learn and become educated about how to care for a special needs child. Most families are not aware that children with special needs require some other techniques that they will have to learn to be at home and in the school environment. So, certain things you do, you may feel that, oh, this is okay here. And then you take the baby out and the baby has problems transitioning into those environments or having issues with the demands placed on the baby, will change how the baby behaves, acts, and may be a negative experience. So I want to work with you to prevent some of this from happening by teaching you and educating you about how to begin to develop your baby using very specialized techniques. The more you practice for your baby to grow using the techniques that we will show you through therapy, the better it will be for the baby. So that as we're beginning to look at school placement, you're able to potty train your baby or have communication devices that will help your baby communicate, be able to know signs and symbols where baby responds to that to follow directions and instructions. Even transitioning from one activity to the next can be very hard for some children. So we want to make sure you're aware of these and try some of the different techniques that do work to help you and your baby foster a really good relationship, not only in the home, but at the school environment. As we've conducted the first interview with me, or you are on your way to having that experience so that we can talk about therapy sessions and look at some of the guidelines that you will have to keep in mind as we are working with your baby. We have a foolproof system that I have developed not only to begin your therapy, but to manage your therapy throughout until the baby either reaches their growth point and is exited out of the program, or you put the baby in preschool or some other changes happen. The first thing you want to be aware of is I have a therapy appointment system. So weekly, you're going to make your appointed time by visiting this page. And I will have that in the email for you where you will choose. You can make it up to 5 appointments at one time, or you can do one per week. You'll check your calendar, see when you're available, and then look at the availability that I have on my calendar. We can do meetings in person, in home, or library. However, if you choose in person and home appointments, you will have to make sure that there is parking for the therapist, for me, that is safe, clear of any dangerous areas, and where I am able to park safely for at least 1 hour. That would be the maximum time I will be providing services for you. You may also choose after our first visit teletherapy. Teletherapy means that you will be on Zoom or Google, and we will meet for that same time period, and I will teach you the techniques. I will need to see you and baby on the camera at all times during the session, and we will complete the session online, and then I will send you your documentation to sign off that you have attended the therapy once we're completed via DocuSign, where you will sign the therapy and add notes if you want to in the system. I have available English translation as well as Spanish translator. If you require a Spanish translator, you will have to accept the appointment and make sure you put a note in there that you are accepting this appointment. This is very, very important so that I will be able to work with you on a consistent basis. And I also need to make sure as you select appointments, the translator can be available for some of them. The translator will be available for your initial training to get started in our system. And then the translator will also be available whenever we have a difficult module that I will have to have explained to you in your natural language. While English and Spanish are usually the ones that we also have other languages that I can have a translator available for. However, there may be a small charge for that since those languages are extremely difficult. We do not want to pass the cost to you, but we will share the cost when you use translator services with my services. To support parents, every month we hold a parent education training workshop to allow you to learn more in depth information about your baby and how to be a special education, special needs parent. These workshops are incredibly important and will give you the fuel and the refreshment you need in order to feel that you are learning and growing with your child. We will invite you every month to register. You can invite others. It can be a whole family attending. By Zoom, we will be conducting this workshop, and there's no cost. You simply show up and attend, and from there, we'll discuss a lot of things. We'll even talk about safe toys. We'll talk about feelings and emotions, and we'll talk about how to be in the community safely with your baby. So, lots of topics. You are welcome to attend one or all of them. We highly recommend you attend at least three to get a lot of vital information. We do about 12 modules and then we cycle it back again so that you'll be able to refresh, renew some of the modules, and learn different skills and techniques to work with your baby. Congratulations! Giving your baby the right start on the right path is extremely important, and I am so glad to be your infant development specialist, child development specialist connected with you. You can call me anytime you want any changes or to discuss any issues. Our number is 650-383-0319. I am available up to 9 p.m. Monday through Friday, and then on Saturday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. We look forward to serving you and your family during this time, and it's going to be a great journey. Remember, early detection also means early growth.